It's a phenomenon known as déjà vu. You arrive at a place you've never been, but it feels familiar.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2006 science fiction action thriller Déjà Vu, a film that is directed by the late great Tony Scott, and it stars Denzel Washington, Paula Patton, Jim Caviezel, Val Kilmer and Adam Goldberg. Now this film starts off with quite a bang, quite literally, and essentially there is a ferry that is bombed in New Orleans with 500 plus dead. Denzel Washington plays an ATF agent that joins a unique investigation trying to figure out who the bomber is and prevent him from striking again. To do this, there is some new technology that has become available. It's experimental surveillance technology. And they need Denzel Washington's knowledge of the area and his unique investigating skills to aid this FBI team in using this technology to track down the killer. Whilst doing so, Denzel Washington makes a remarkable discovery, his character, about this technology and how it could potentially save lives of those in the past. Right, what are my thoughts on Déjà Vu? Well, this is a film that I'd only seen once before many years ago, probably around the time it was first released. I don't remember going to the cinema to see this, but I would have caught up with it on DVD or Blu-ray when it was released, and remember being quite impressed with it. And I've rewatched this last night with my wife, who's a big fan of Denzel Washington. And I have to say, this film still stands up. Now, it's with any film that addresses time travel, which essentially this film does. It tries to do it in quite a unique way. Before essentially the last quarter of the film, dips its toe very heavily in time travel, I suppose. The rest of the film kind of plays around with time, with this experimental technology in a really unique way, and it leads the film to some very distinct and standout set pieces in regards to action. There's a great sequence in the film where, and I'll try my best to explain it, using this technology basically they can look back in time. It's about 4.5 days, but only at a certain point in time, and you only get to look at it once as well. You can't rewind it or anything like that. So they're trying to track down this killer, and they're tracking his car by using this technology from 4 days ago to find out where he goes. And it's only got a certain range. So Denzel Washington's character has to dive into like this vehicle and chase out there where they lost contact with the vehicle with this mobile version of the technology to extend the range. So we're treated to this chase sequence where the Jim Caviezel character, the bomber, is going along a certain road at a certain time 4.5 days ago, and Denzel Washington is chasing him using this technology 4.5 days later, and it's a unique take on like a chase sequence, and it really works. It's very exciting and really unique and stands out, and there's a few sequences in the film that do that, where it plays around with this technology, and it also lays the foundations early in the film for, you'll see certain things. You'll investigate a crime scene, Denzel Washington, there'll be bloody rags in a bin, or there'll be a note on the fridge with alphabet letters saying, "You can save her," and other things like that. And, phone calls made to him that don't make sense at the time, but they're all like jigsaw piece puzzles that later on in the film, they all start falling into place, and you're just like... There was about 3 or 4 times watching this film where me and my wife looked at each other and going, now that makes sense now. We saw that earlier and things like that. And the whole film feels like a jigsaw puzzle, very nicely put together. In regards to issues with the film, because there are some issues with the film, I thought Val Kilmer was massively miscast in this film. He's not given anywhere near enough to do in this film, Val Kilmer, which is a real shame. And the issues with this time travel thing, it's a bit ridiculous, really. You know, they try and explain it in both layman's terms and science terms. They try and say, well, oh no, you can't send people back, and you can't send this back, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And then they proceed to break all their own rules. And you're telling me that this technology has been in place for a while, and they're using it in this way, but they haven't experimented sending people back or anything, you know, like that in the past. And then there's a scene at the end, and this is going to spoil it a little bit if you haven't seen the film, but the film's old enough now. You've had enough time to watch it, guys, haven't you now? Where Denzel Washington essentially wants to get sent back in time to save this woman that he's become infatuated, really, with, and he's become obsessed with trying to save her life. So he starts stripping down, he takes his pants off and his shirt off and things like that, and he gets in this time machine, for want of a better word. But he's still got, like, his, you know, boxer shorts on and a vest. Well, I'm guessing if it can send you back with a vest and boxer shorts on, it can send you back with your pants and your shirt on at the same time. It seemed like a nonsensical scene, really. And I know it needed to happen to make the climax of the film more exciting, but that's where the science of the film, or the science it tried to explain early in the film, really falls off a cliff. But if you click your brain off at certain points in this film, you won't care. It doesn't spoil the film or anything. It just creates a few plot holes here and there. But it's still a hugely entertaining film, very unique at times on, like, time travel. His take on time travel. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. Very entertaining stuff. If you haven't seen Déjà Vu, if you have, it might be worth revisiting. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this review. I will be back with plenty more content on the channel very soon.